get it. I get it. When I said I wished I was with you, I didn't mean... I meant I wished I was in the ground, dead.
Kathryn Newton surely loves horror comedies, but while she has scored hits in the genre like Freaky and Abigail, her 2024 project Lisa Frankenstein tanked at the box office. Today at Screen Rant, let's break down what went wrong with Lisa Frankenstein. A February release date was a major reason behind Lisa Frankenstein's failure. Opening in the second week of February 2024, Lisa Frankenstein's only box office competitor was Argylle, which also failed terribly, but that's a story for another video. Negative critic reviews also didn't help Lisa Frankenstein's commercial prospects. So with a budget of $13 million, Lisa Frankenstein earned only $10 million. Coming to Freaky, the movie opened in November 2020, at a time when movie theaters were still reopening after the pandemic. With no major blockbusters in the cinema, a low-budget horror comedy like Freaky became a sleeper hit with positive reviews and word-of-mouth praise. With just a budget of $6 million, Freaky took home over $18 million. What worked for Freaky is that it had some familiar names behind it. While Kathryn Newton was already known as Cassie Lang in the Ant-Man films, Freaky also featured Vince Vaughn, who had already delivered successful comedies like Dodgeball and Wedding Crashers. Freaky's director, Christopher Landon, also had a proven track record in the horror comedy genre, with Happy Death Day and its equally profitable sequel, Happy Death Day to You. Freaky followed in these footsteps, giving a violent and gender-swapping twist to Freaky Friday. But Lisa Frankenstein couldn't recreate this magic commercially, perhaps because its director was lesser known. While Juno and Jennifer's Body writer Diablo Cody wrote the screenplay, this was director Zelda Williams' first ever feature film. Kathryn Newton's co-star this time was Cole Sprouse. While Sprouse has his Riverdale fanbase, he hasn't really been a film star, and the fact that Sprouse's character didn't have any dialogue made the film even more experimental. This experimental side is perhaps what affected Lisa Frankenstein's box office success. If the romance between a high school misfit and a literal corpse wasn't quirky enough, the movie didn't even have a happy ending. Such a decision for a PG-13 movie wouldn't have impressed many in the cinema. Even the movie's 80s soundtrack and retro style couldn't attract any nostalgia seekers. Freaky, on the other hand, was more straightforward. Kathryn Newton yet again played an awkward teenager, while Vince Vaughn starred as a ruthless serial killer. When their bodies got swapped, Freaky Friday style, a comedy of errors followed. The classic body swapping trope was effective enough to make the film both funny and emotional. So there you have it. Lisa Frankenstein couldn't work as well as Freaky for many reasons. With an audience rating of 81% on Rotten Tomatoes, Lisa Frankenstein can be a future cult hit. If there's one thing that we at Screen Rant are sure of, it's that cult movies don't see box office numbers.